Welcome to this video, my name is Luis, and today we're going to be talking about Meraki and how easily you can set up your own RF profiles for your enterprise network. Let's start from the beginning. Mobile devices now outnumber the fixed devices accessing the internet. It should be very apparent that network connectivity has become a critical infrastructure not only for your business, but also for your customers. Most people are carrying 2, 3, or even more devices at once. And all of those devices need to be connected to the internet. And not being able to connect is as bad as having a power outage nowadays. So the role of the wireless network has become extremely important. However, the problem that we have is that since we have many different types of devices connecting to different types of environments, they all have their own requirements to function, which means that they do not all function the same. This makes very complex not only to maintain, but also to manage the wireless network nowadays. For example, if I take a conference room, it has different applications and also needs than an open office. One is mainly used for briefing and meetings, and the other is a very high density location most of the times. And with all these nuances, most of the solutions lack the simplicity to solve all this complexity. Luckily, we have Meraki that compresses all that you need in a single dashboard. Let's see some examples. In the Meraki dashboard, you can easily create everything that you need within just a few clicks, since the GUI makes very intuitive for you to run from one section to the other. First, let's go to the wireless section. From the wireless section, we want to go to Configure, and then Radio Settings. Once the page loads, you see the Overview RF settings, where you can see the RF configuration applied to each access point that you have in your network. For example, here you can see the RF profile that is currently assigned to your access point, as well as the channels, and the transmit power that their antennas are using. Now, if you go to the RF profile subsections, we'll see 2 profiles. These profiles are the default profiles and can be added whatever you like, covering most of the base use cases. But instead of editing, let's check the New Profile button. Here you see 5 templates for different type of environments. Let's take a look at the Open Office profile. Customizing these templates is very easy, since all the best practice values for this type of environment are already fulfilled. Of course, you can customize with different values if you need it, but be aware that the template's values were tested hundreds of times by Cisco. And what if your use cases is not in one of the templates? Well, sometimes these 5 profile templates that Meraki provides won't fit your specific needs. Administrators can create their own custom profiles or edit existing ones. Let's create one together. You can set up the following options within the Meraki dashboard. The profile name. This is usually named after a specific location within your venue. For example, you can call it warehouse or any other name of a location that you need. Band selection. Here you can specify if this profile will be used on all your SSIDs or per SSID basis. Selecting all SSIDs options will provide you with a dual band operation with or without band steering. Or you can also enable specifically 5 GHz or 2 GHz only. Per SSID basis will give you the flexibility to target specific SSIDs and how they will operate it. Minimum bitrate configuration. You can set up the minimum rate either per band or per SSID basis. Cisco usually recommends that you use per band minimum bitrate. If you choose the SSID options, it can lead to different experience for each SSID, which may lead to coverage roles if not planned properly. Client balancing. We can also enable or disable client balancing, which uses the information about the state of the network to run clients to the best available access point during the association. Channel width. Using this option, you can select the appropriate channel used to access points that are assigned to the RF profile. You can choose between 20 MHz, 40 MHz, 80 MHz, or auto. If you select auto option, the Meraki access points will automatically select the channel width based on the environmental conditions. For this example, we can select the 20 MHz, to prioritize range over speed. Channel assignment method. This option gives you the ability to customize the channels to be included for the auto channel by clicking on the Change Channels. Transmit power range. Using this option, we can set up the custom range for the transmit power. Depending on the requirement, this can vary. In our case, we're going to select the range between 14 to 22 dBm. We also have to change in 5 GHz settings and 2.4 GHz settings. RXXOP. Here you can control the receive sensitivity for the access point. I strongly recommend that you only change this option after consulting a wireless expert, since the misuse of this option can lead you to severe wireless issues. Once you finish creating your profile, you are ready to assign it to your access points. Select the desired access points, go to the Edit settings, and assign your new profile.